Hi everyone, and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV, located in Frederick, Colorado. We're just about a half an hour north of Denver, right off of I-25. My name is Larry Vickers. In the last video just shot moments ago, I kind of explained the differences between Transwest and a lot of the car dealerships and kind of why you should purchase a pickup from us. Well, even though it's a completely different market, the same philosophy applies to the M2 haulers as well. And let me explain to you a couple of reasons, or let me show you what I mean by that. First and foremost is the videos we do. A majority of the Freightliners we sell go out of state. So the reason we bring the videos to you is because basically it puts you right here with us as we walk around the vehicle to give you the most information if possible. Second of all, I'm always reachable, either via cell phone or the work line, to give you, rather I need to email you documentation or show you things on what the M2 hauler provides. My goal is to give you the most information as possible so you're comfortable when you make the decision. Another thing that we bring to the table is delivery. I realize with all the COVID stuff going on, a lot of people are more comfortable not coming in. Well, delivery options are available. And if you still are comfortable flying, Denver International Airport is just up the road. So we're constantly going to pick up customers and bringing them to the lot. So we're very accommodating. It's a very relaxed atmosphere. We're not here to push anybody. Hopefully you and I can reach an agreement that will work for the both of us. So with that being said, I would like to introduce you to a brand new Freightliner M2 106. The conversion is Summit Hauler. Now we have it hooked up to an RV travel trailer, and the reason we do that is to give you a visual idea of what the truck is designed to do. These two match very nicely. So we'll start today by taking a look at the rear of the truck and show you how we have it set up. Now this truck comes with the Hensley hitch, also known as the trailer saver. Now it has 3 airbags. There's 2 in the rear right there, and there's one in front as well. And what that offers us is ease in terms of towing on the trailer. So basically as we're going down the road, that trailer is being towed in a sense by air. So that not only saves wear and tear on the trailer, but the truck as well. That hitch is called a trailer saver for a reason. Now if you do purchase a trailer that has a gooseneck ball on it, we can simply take that head off of that hitch and put the gooseneck adapter in there. So it's very versatile, and it can go both ways in terms of the hitch. Now the lights are hooked up right here. Very easy to get to. Beside that, you will see another hookup, and that is for the Voyager system. Basically that's cameras. It comes with one already, but you can actually hook up to 3 more cameras right there. Now we're not going to get underneath the truck, but one unique thing about Summit Hauler is that it comes with 800 extra pounds right over the rear axle. The logic behind that is if we're going without a trailer hooked up and we get into mud or we're in a rainstorm, that simply assists us with traction. So that's why the 800 extra pounds there. As you can see, the truck is rhino lined on the sides for protection. Summit Hauler comes with the most storage capacity of any brand on the market. There's 3 storage on each side, and we'll take a look at the front one. As you can see, that compartment is very large. In addition, there's an air hose hookup right there in case we find ourselves in a situation where we need that. As we take a look at the back seat, just like all haulers, it makes down into a bed. Now that bed does meet DOT requirements as a bed. Now to put it back up to a seat, is a simple push of the button. The batteries are located right here. But if we find ourselves in a situation where we need to jump those, I'll show you a lot easier way to do that as compared to tearing into them right there. This is a trickle charger. So if we're traveling and we're on the road at night and want to watch the DVD player or have the lights on, it's a good practice to try to plug that in, because that simply assists the batteries. Right here is the DEF tank, which holds up to 6 gallons. The latest data is showing about 350 miles for 1 gallon of DEF. This is one of two 50-gallon fuel tanks. Now, as the truck's sitting there like it is, they'll balance each other out. But when you go to fill your truck, you'll need to do that independently. As we take a look on the inside, we do offer the most comfortable seats on the market today. They are air ride, so here's where we would adjust the air in the seats, heated and cooled. This adjusts the lumbar and the backs of the seat. Right here is a kill switch. Now there's a lot of electricity running through this truck, so it's a good practice to get into to shut that off when you're done. Here's where we start the truck. They're all designed to start them from the ground. That way you can start the truck and let it warm up a little bit before you go. And when you start the truck, you're going to want to turn that key about halfway and wait for the gauges to go all the way over and all the way back, and then start it. If we get in a hurry and want to start it too early, there's a chance that it'll kick a code that simply doesn't exist. Now the color of this truck is metallic brown. And it's kind of hard to see, but if we zoom in, it does have the gold specks in there, which really dress the truck up. This is stock number 5N 191491. It does come with Michelin tires. They are 255 80 R22.5. Now let's take a look under the hood. That is the Cummins 8.9 liter engine. It offers 350 horsepower, 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. It is coupled with the Allison 3200 TRV transmission. A couple of things to notice from here. As you can tell with all the different colors, it's color coordinated. So where we see yellow are things you and I can check. For example, right there is where we would check the oil. Right here is the fuel filter, which also acts as a fuel water separator. So that will extract any water that's in the fluid. I did mention to you that there was another way to jump the batteries besides tearing into all of that. Right there. So if the batteries are dead, it's a lot simpler to jump the truck right there compared to back there. Now if we are underneath the truck and looking at things and a gust of wind comes up, it's going to stop. The only way to get that hood down is to manually force it down. Now if we stand directly in front of the truck and take a shot of that, the biggest thing to notice is just how much and how large that the windshield is. There's 2,500 square inches of glass. So obviously that makes it easier to look out and see what's going on around you. A very nice grill that we designed. In addition, one thing to notice from the front is that the bumper is broken into 3 parts. As you can tell, 2 on each end and 1 in the middle. So if something happens and we ding this one up, we can simply replace that part compared to the entire bumper. As we continue to walk around, another thing that's unique about the Summit Hauler conversion is that they come with tire balancers. There's an additional drum right there. Now that drum has several hundred BBs in it with some hydraulic oil. So as you gain speed and you gain momentum, that balances the entire rotating mass. So some advantages to that are a smoother ride, a safer ride. In addition to that, It will prolong tire life up to 45%. As we take a look at the driver's seat, it too is air for a more comfortable ride. And notice just the amount of room in there. So that makes a 12-hour drive basically seem like nothing. As we take a look at the back seat, this gives us a really good shot of the DVD player, and we'll take a closer look at the inside. The first thing you notice when you sit down, obviously, is how high we are off the ground. Yet another safety advantage, especially if you compare this to a pickup truck, because we're above the traffic. So that enables us to see things coming at us and from the sides a lot clearer than if we were lower. So as we start to take a look, and we'll look from the top down, here is the backup camera. As you can see, it's designed to shoot right at that hitch. So when I went to back this trailer up this morning, it was very simple. Right next to that is the air horn, located right here. Now the gauges are pretty self-explanatory, but I wanted to talk about two. The air pressure gauges right here. The top one is strictly brakes. So as I mentioned, the truck does have air brakes. So there's some advantages to that over the hydraulic brakes that a pickup truck comes with. The biggest one is if you have a smaller leak, there is an unlimited supply of air, so all we need to do is keep pressing the brakes, and that'll go on through. Then I'll compare that to the hydraulic line where that oil leaks out, so you'll eventually get it to where you go to hit the brakes, and there's simply nothing there. Now the gauge below that is the secondary gauge. Now it does affect brakes a little bit, but primarily focuses on everything else. Right now there's air coming in the cab. I told you about the lumbar system, the air ride, stuff like that is what that secondary gauge is predominantly for. A lot of this is pretty self-explanatory. Here's the windows right here. Now it's an automatic transmission. I realize a vehicle this big can be somewhat intimidating at first, but there really isn't a reason to be. R for reverse. Right now we're in neutral with our brake on, and D simply for drive. Now here's our engine brake, and I want to touch on that a little bit. So right there, if you press it to low, that affects 3 of the 6 cylinders. So not only does that restrict exhaust coming out, but fluid going in as well. So it is a true engine brake. Now if we're in the Rocky Mountains next door, find ourselves on a steep decline, we want to go to high, and that affects all 6 cylinders. So not only is that safer for you, but it will prolong brake life as well. This is the air dump right here, which takes air out of the back of the truck. This locks the differential. This is the regen button, which will predominantly do by itself. You'll probably never have to use that one. This is the fan, which goes towards the back right here, and that's for hot or cold and hot right there. And there's our mirror heaters. Right here is the trailer brake and basic climate control right here as well, however fast or slow you want the fan to go. But a very nice brand new truck we have on the lot. If you have any questions about it or anything else that we have for sale, please give me a call, 970-370-4067. The work extension, 303-684-3404, or feel free to email me at larry.vickers@transwest.com. Thanks for tuning in today.